G'day. Well, the red dirt and dogs has been replaced by the beautiful blue ocean that I find outside my doorstep. Well, for me it's beautiful because I see it in all its glory. I see it brings children great joy where they can laugh and they can play. I see their mums and their dads happily watching on, keeping an eager eye on the goings on of, the beach and all its dangers. But sadly, a lot of people don't see what I see as beautiful, not because they don't want to, but because emotionally they can't. There are so many people who have been abused who can't get past it, who find the need for replacements, if you will, be that drugs or alcohol, the plethora of other things that abused people can find solace within. My heart always goes out to those that can't get past the darkness. Some months ago I was contacted by a woman who was suffering terribly from addictions, born of not being able to get past the remnants of her abuse. That abuse was abuse from within the clergy, which I felt a little out of my league. You see, I believe I only ever speak out and up if I've lived it and survived it, if I have a knowledge from being in a position where I can then recover and then speak out. So with that in mind, I look to other advocates. I look for their help and their guidance. A specific person I'm talking about in this instance is Nikki Wells from Survivors Australia. I contacted her because I know she has an enormous degree of insight into abuse from within the clergy. I want to graciously, before I go any further, thank her for accepting to help with this lady that I speak about today, because I had no answers really that were going to give this woman what she needed. Now sadly, I'm doing this clip at the request of Delany's mother. Sadly, last week Delany could no longer cope with the demons and the voices and the addictions that come from the remnants of child abuse. Her mother asked me to speak out simply because we are losing far too many people to suicide. Suicide has to be brought to an end, as does child abuse. We need to reach out. We need to understand that from abuse, many things grow. One of them being mental illness, the other being social seclusion and reclusion, because we fear the judgment of the man next door, the lady up the street, the people that say, I'm listening, but they're really not. Here in Australia we have Beyond Blue, who is an organisation that really is trying to help people with depression who are suffering from things I know not enough about to give you the advice. We have Headspace, which is for youths with mental illness. They can find others who will speak to them. Now, many of you know I am deeply and proudly associated with FCAR, and we will do all we can. We will be there to offer anything we can viably give you. We're not trained in suicide prevention, but what we are is people with a belief that every single person has a voice, and if they're unable for whatever reason to exercise that voice, we'll do it for you. Now, I speak up often and about many things in society, but suicide in our youth, suicide from our farmers who aren't doing well. Every person that leaves this earth from their own hand or because they felt they had nowhere to turn, for me, there's blood to be laid, and it's on the hands of the governments who will not listen when they are told. We need more help for mental illness. We need more help for those feeling so lost and so alone that suicide is the only thing that will bring them peace. Delany's mother also asked me to thank Nikki Wells, which I will do privately, but she also asked me to thank FCAR, who are out there every day trying to make issues that affect us all more on people's minds, more of a priority in our thought patterns. So next time you see someone who you might say, they're always whinging, they're always depressed, I have since also found out something I know nothing of, and that is depression. But I have some very, very insightful people that have shared with me just the depths that depression can go to. So in closing, I remind everybody, pay attention, lead with kindness, and never be afraid to ask. I am a survivor who still has to ask people for help, because I don't know it all, and I certainly don't have all the answers. But the one thing I do know is I have the soul that will fight, I have the words that will communicate, and I send peace and I send unwavering hope to all those suffering from child abuse or the remnants thereof, of mental illness, or of the other afflictions that eat into the fabric of who we are. So Delany, may you rest forever in peace. And to your family, as you struggle at this time, please know that there is 10,000 FACAR members sending you their best and their love. And to anybody else, please always reach out. From my heart to yours, we can make a difference if we all just ask somebody. Be good to yourselves and each other. And as always, say hi to your kids for me. See ya.